I'd break out of it and I'd reach under my legs. I'd grab your pecker and pull and just fucking yank it off. And then I'd shove your pecker, Chris Masters' pecker, down his own fucking throat and talk about a master lock.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's On Your Mark with Mark E. Xtreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time of the week that's my favorite time and probably yours as well. And if it's not, then you don't hear what I'm saying. It's On Your Mark podcast with Skeeter Skyfire. That's me. Hello. Hi. I'd love to come over and have a snack with you. And also, my best friend in the world, Mark Xtreme. He's a champion. He's also the other co-host. He's Mark Xtreme.
Okay, if you're listening at home, please don't let Skeeter over to your house to have a snack, because chances are he's going to sneak off, hide in your closet, and make permanent residence until you don't realize it, and then you got a goddamn parasite situation on your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark. Xtreme, 15 plus years undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner, and on top of all that, sexy ass, smooth ass, lovely ass shit. I am the host of On Your Mark, and for years on YouTube we've been tearing it up with the best wrestling content as far as goes, with shoot interviews and how-to videos and all kinds of awesome shit. And we thought, you know what would be better about what would be better about this is take everything you love about the YouTube shit and make it podcast shit. And that's why we're doing the On Your Mark Wrestling podcast every Wednesday via Dragon Wagon Radio. You're getting deep dives into sick ass topics such as goddamn Lita and last week's spooky Halloween special Gangrel, and dumbass topics that Skeeter picks like Marco Stunt. But you're getting the most deep dive and uncensored look that there ever has been in wrestling, because there's nobody that can give a perspective like me, the 15 plus year undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion, Mark E. Xtreme.
Well, I'm glad we're moving far away from the Halloween episode, because that was too spooky. And Mark
Skeeter,
what?
The ghost is back.
No, it's not Halloween. That's not fair.
I'm just kidding, you dumb bitch.
Did you have a nice Halloween?
I had a goddamn fucking fantastic Halloween. You know what I finally did, Skeeter?
You trick-or-treated?
No, I didn't trick or treat. I'm a grown ass man. I don't trick or treat. You want to know what I did for Halloween, Skeeter?
What'd you do for Halloween?
I finally took a goddamn night off. You know, I am running a company, 15 plus years undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner. And I said, you know what? After all the bills I've paid throughout the day and irons I've on the fires and fires putting out, and I said, you know, I'm going to take the night off. I'm going to put my feet up and I'm going to eat a whole goddamn pillowcase full of candy. And, you know, I got a little pee stain on my pillowcase. There ain't nothing to worry about that. It's the only pillowcase that I got. But I want to thank you, Skeeter, for going out and I want to thank you for going out and getting all that candy for me to eat that night.
You ate all my candy?
Oh, what the fucker is this? Jimmy Fallon? What the fuck? What? Yeah, I ate your candy, you dumb bitch. I told you, go get me candy.
But Mark Xtreme, I dressed in a costume. I worked real hard to get all that candy that night, and you ate all my candy?
Shut the fuck up. Stop whining like a little bitch before I hit you. Explain to me again what that weird-ass costume was that you were wearing.
John Cena. When he was he debuted in the way he did the rap stuff, he's like Vanilla Ice with the big poofy hair, and he had the shimmery jacket. That's what I was.
That's probably why I mentally couldn't process it, because anytime I see John Cena, my brain kind of blocks it like when you have a traumatic incident and your brain is that's your brain going into a fight or sight mode, and and it blocks things, so you won't see them in the future in your brain.
Did you leave me my medicine candy?
The fuck is your medicine candy?
Smarties.
It's not medicine, it's candy. And no, I didn't.
It's medicine candy. It makes you smart.
Oh, God. Do you really think that?
I have to, because I can't. If I didn't eat them, how am I going to know? Did you eat them Smarties?
Yeah, I ate every bit of candy that was in that pillowcase.
Oh, how smart you gotta be!
I'm the smartest kid in the world. Skeeter, we got some business to attend to.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to be talking about Bobby Lashley today. So this is going to be a good episode because he's an all-American great wrestler, and we're going to talk all about him. But first, we got to thank Dragon Wang Radio for having us on their network, and we got to thank our Patreon members who are going to get extreme shout-outs. Isn't that right, Marky Extreme?
Oh, hell yeah. These are the skid marks that keep the roof over the backyard and the food on the table before I body slam bitches through it. Our Patreon, the On Your Mark Wrestling Patreon page at patreon.com/OIMshow is the best way to support us. It is the best way to get exclusive content. Everything that we put out, you're getting it early. You're getting the podcast early, videos early. You're getting exclusive watch-alongs. Yeah, hell yeah. We're giving you weekly watch-alongs. You get exclusive merchandise, replica belt. It's getting kind of crazy, Skeeter, and I don't know how much longer it's getting out of control. But another thing that you get if you become a Patreon over at our Patreon page is you get a weekly shout out on our podcast, just like this one. Shout outs this week go to Lame Brain, Flocka 171 AC, Dylan Hinton, Tim Redbeard, Spot the Magic Ninja, Liam McLee, Rick Conley, Tom, Hillbilly Bryn, Angela Elias, Mr. Blix, and Miguel Diaz. Those are the skid marks. Those are the people that get my I shouldn't say that. Well, those are the people that make me the happiest and keep the roof over the backyard and the food on the table before I body slam it bitches through it. And if you want to become a part of this prestigious list and exclusive club, then march your happy ass on over to patreon.com/OIMshow, baby.
Oh, there's so much good stuff there. I highly recommend it. And I highly recommend, too, that you rate and review this show on Apple Podcasts. That's just giving everybody the heads up that, hey, this is the best wrestling podcast there is, and you should have a good time listening to it. And you can win a free T-shirt. We're going to be giving away a T-shirt again very soon, so be sure to go and do that. And let's get inside Bobby Lashley.
Oh, Bobby Bangarang. Hell yeah. My boy, man. I can't wait to get inside of him.
Born Franklin Roberto Lashley on July 16th, 1976 in Junction City, Kansas. Lashley was born the son of a United States Army drill sergeant with 3 older sisters, and the family occasionally moved from one military base to another during his childhood. And when his father was stationed at Fort Riley in Kansas, Lashley attended Fort Riley Middle School, where he was introduced to amateur wrestling in the 7th grade. Isn't that crazy? He was a child and he learned how to wrestle.
Yeah, he had a dad. Cool. Thanks for bringing it up.
Oh, do you want me to talk about that more, about his father?
No,
probably
you
a big
said
influence on him, probably loved him a lot.
You said enough. And I'm trying to go one goddamn episode where I don't got to think about not having a dad. But you know what, Skeeter, I've had a resolution recently. And that is, if I can't get a father, which, those DNA tests we're still waiting on a second batch of Hulk Hogan DNA. And if anybody knows how to get that, contact us. But my thought process is starting to change because the days are ticking and the boys are unfortunately passing away. So as one goes one by one, then I might not, my dad might he might already be gone, is what I'm saying. So
right.
That being said, I better start shifting my views a little bit. So instead of needing a father, I think I need to be a father. And that's why, I really want to be.
I'm ready.
Not you, idiot. We already talked about this. I want to adopt Sean Waltman.
Oh, right. Yeah. Did you get it? Did that happen yet?
No, I sent him a goddamn DM and said, "Hey, Six, can I be your fucking dad? You know, if you ever misbehave, I'll bend you over my knee and spank that ass." And I got blocked pretty quick. But maybe he's probably just ribbing, you know what I mean? So it's just, I made the first move.
Maybe he's like a teenager where he just gets all upset and he's like, I'd rather listen to my music and leave me alone. I'm going to block you, Dad.
Yeah, well, he was a part of Generation X, and, if he acts up, I'll send him to his room real fucking fast, I don't play that shit. I'm a great father.
I believe it, and I want it to happen to me someday, and hopefully Sean Waldman falls through and I get that lucky spot.
I can't even fathom being your father.
Lashley graduated from Junction City High School, where he continued to wrestle, and then attended Missouri Valley College, where he was the National Association of Intercollegiate Intercontinental Athletics National Wrestling Champion in the 177 pounds category. Oh, that's wrong. He weighs way more than that. And yeah, isn't that great? He's already a champion when he was practically a baby.
Yeah,
that's how good he is.
I knew when I met Bobby Bangarang at Impact Wrestling that him and I had a lot in common. I looked in his eyes and I scanned him up and down every corner and crevice of that carved from granite, beautiful man. And I said, God dang it, I've never shared more in common with one human. And you can just tell a champion when you look at somebody in the eyes. That he was born a champion, just like me. I came out of my mama's vagina swinging a kendo stick, and soon thereafter I became the Backhead Wrestling Entertainment Champion. And Bobby Bangarang and I share so much in common. And the day that's in question that I'm talking about was when we invaded Impact Wrestling. So I think this is a great time to jump back into the vault and just give you guys a little peek of when I got to hang out with my boy Bobby Bangarang.
Mr. Lashley, I'm a 15+ year undefeated Backyard Wrestling Entertainment Champion. I'm here with my show On Your Mark, trying to overhear to interview Bam and Kofi, but they're freaking out on me, and I don't even got 2 seconds to talk to them.
This little ginger I'll kill him. I'll end his life.
Calm down.
Why you gotta go there too?
I'm just doing.
Come on, man. What are you,
Kofi,
16 and 2? Let's make it
6.
6. All right, man.
Kofi.
All right, man.
See, even Mr. Lashley over here is trying to get you to calm down.
Now it's Mr. Lashley. All right, man.
I like Bram. I'm a big fan of Bram.
Yeah, I'm a
Yo!
Oh, there you have it. We invaded Impact Wrestling, and I'll do it again if those fuckers don't text me back. But that's when I hung out with my boy Bobby Bangarang.
On September 23rd, 2005, Lashley made his televised WWE debut as a face on SmackDown. He's introduced as a 3-time National Amateur Wrestling Champion, 4-time All-American, 2-time Armed Forces Champion, and 2002 silver medalist at the Military World Championship. And in his first match, he defeated Simon Dean. Do you think if Bobby Lashley wasn't such an accomplished amateur wrestler, Marky Xtreme, that he would have lost against Simon Dean?
That's the dumbest question I've ever heard. Who can't beat Simon Dean?
Simon Dean.
Touche. You can't beat yourself. You can't beat off yourself.
I wish I could.
Well, keep trying. Maybe one day you'll beat yourself off.
Because if I was able to beat myself off, maybe you book me and then I could beat myself off in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment.
That's an act that's not a bad idea, Skeeter, because I wouldn't want anybody to be in the ring with you. It's a health hazard and it's a safety concern. So if it's not going to happen, but fantasy booking, say we brought you into Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, I think the only safe, logical thing is to put you in the center of the ring and watch you beat off yourself.
Skeeter Skyflyer versus Skeeter Skyflyer, Backyard Wrestling Entertainment, beat yourself off match. Book it.
I'm booking it in my brain. My fantasy fantasy booking column.
I am one step closer. This is an exciting day. Just like on April 2nd, after winning a battle royal Lashley competed at his first WrestleMania 22, in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which was won by Mr. Rob Van D. Lashley,
Say it, Skeeter. Say it. Say the word.
RVD.
Say the fucking word, Skeeter.
RVD.
Say damn.
Rob Van Dam of Water.
I hate you.
Lashley then entered the 2006 King of the Ring tournament. We talked about that before. And he made it to the finals, defeating Mark Henry and Finlay in the process, but he got eliminated in the final round by Booker T. Oh, do you remember that time? What an exciting time that was.
I don't remember shit about that.
Okay. Bobby Lashley won his first United States Championship. Won his first United States Championship from JBL. Mark Xtreme, why have you not wrestled for the United States Championship? You're very patriotic.
I am very patriotic and I care a lot about my country, but the truth of the matter is once you've won a belt that encompasses the entire world, your sights aren't going for like an intercontinental. Your sights aren't going for a United States title or the Bithlo County, Florida title, like the things like that are just regions. I'm a world's champion. So with all due respect to Bobby Lashley for being the United States champion, it's not in my radars.
Well, there you have it. On November 14, 2006, Lashley moved to the ECW brand. ECW.
Stop. WWECW. Guys, it's not real ECW. There ain't
That's
nothing
not what
real.
It says on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, fuck a media. It's nothing. It's not real. Skeeter, you know what?
Wikipedia's not real?
No. Is that where you've been getting all these facts?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, God. You know what is a good thing, Skeeter?
Kisses?
Depending on who you're kissing, absolutely. But another thing that's good, Skeeter, is our exclusive t-shirts. That's right. We have some exclusive t-shirts over on the Dragon Wagon website. You can march your happy ass on over right now to OnYourMarkShow.com, and there you'll find some exclusive On Your Mark podcast t-shirts you won't find anywhere else. You're not going to find these on our Patreon. You're not going to find these on our Pro Wrestling T-store. You're only going to find them at the OnYourMarkShow.com website. Skeeter, what's so cool? Tell people what's cool about getting an exclusive t-shirt like one of these.
Hey, Mark Xtreme, where can I find one of those t-shirts?
I just said it. I just fucking said it.
I put the notes in the wrong order.
What?
I did. I wrote down the part that I was supposed to say, I think, in the wrong spot. So, oh boy, this is so comfy. Where can I get one? Now I'm ad-libbing.
Well, I've already gone over all this, but again, I'll say it again. If you want to get an exclusive On Your Mark t-shirt, then go over again to OnYourMarkShow.com, and that's where we have our exclusive Dragon Wagon Radio t-shirts.
Great. Where can I get one?
Okay, no, we're done. Continue with the fucking show.
Oh, back to ECW. Bobby Lashley made a surprise appearance in the final spot in the Extreme Elimination Chamber match for the ECW World Championship at December to Remember. And Lashley was the fifth person released in the match. He eliminated Test and the Big Show and became the new ECW World Champion and made him the first ever African Americans that was in ECW to win the history title of ECW. Isn't that great? Why? He's not. Mark Extreme turned his back on me. Are you?
I'm protesting.
What? Are you protesting your own podcast?
No, I'm protesting because I am never anymore in this show. As long as I live, as long as my heart is breathing, as long as I'm doing this show, I will not talk about WWECW. You can talk about all you want, but I've talked to my therapist about this. And they have said, just don't entertain Skeeter when he brings up WWECW if it causes you this much stress. So, that's what I must start doing, because it keeps me up at night and it brings me so much stress. And I know what you're trying to do, Skeeter. You're trying to piss me off and it's working, but I'm not going to let it work anymore. So, Skeeter, you go on, talk about WWECW all you want, but I'm going to remain silent through the whole process.
I mean, I get it, Marky Xtreme, because when you're talking ECW originals like Test and Bobby Lashley and Big Show, though it gets intense and scary and can give you nightmares, and you might be up at night. Because that is one of the greatest ECW pay-per-views, if not greatest match of all time. At Dismember,
two,
an Elimination Chamber match, which I think is the ECW original match because they had the pods.
Goose Mama.
Great match.
Goose Mama.
Great match. Great match.
Goose Mama.
On March 19, 2007 episode of Raw, Lashley officially became the first and only person to ever break Chris Masters' Master Lock hold and defeat the Master Lock Challenge. Marky Xtreme, I know this is in 2007, and it was a different time. It was a different time for you where you're getting started and you were an early champion, but were you upset that you never got to challenge the Master Lock Challenge?
No, I was very, in my own world at that time. And, frankly, I mean, I gave one look at that Master Lock and I was like, that's the biggest pussy bitch shit I've ever seen in my life. And, you're going to put that shit on me. And I'd break out of it and I'd reach under my legs. I'd grab your pecker and pull and just fucking yank it off. And then I'd shove your pecker, Chris Masters' pecker down his own fucking throat and talk about a Master Lock. I was never, even fazed by it because I knew if I ever crossed paths with Chris Master and he tried to drop that shit on me, he wouldn't stand a chance.
That doesn't, what you're describing is not a Master Lock. You're describing a master, another name for a chicken.
Say it.
Master, another name for chicken.
Say it. Are you afraid?
Master Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, good God. And now back to the preschool hour on Your Mark.
For real? Can we get some Play-Doh and some milk? I know a good recipe.
Skeeter, I feel like your brain was swapped with a preschooler's at some point.
If I had my Smarties, this wouldn't be a problem.
You're such a dumb bitch. I can't even just continue, please.
In early 2007, Lashley was selected by Donald Trump to represent him in the Battle of the Billionaires match against Vince McMahon's wrestler Umaga, which also featured Vince McMahon's longtime adversarial Stone Cold Steve Austin as a special guest referee. And at WrestleMania 23, in a hair versus hair match, Lashley defeated Umaga, and then Trump and Austin and Lashley shaved Mr. McMahon's head, and according to the match stipulation, saving Donald Trump's hair from being shaved off. Mark Xtreme, whatever happened to Donald Trump?
Really?
Yeah, I mean he's in that WrestleMania match, and then he didn't wrestle no more.
You know what, Skeeter? I don't know. I'm not even gonna educate you. I don't know what happened to Donald Trump, Skeeter.
I liked him as a wrestler. I miss him. Him, yeah. Ronda Rousey, Mr. T. Where'd all these great wrestlers go?
I'm sorry. I want to apologize for the people listening at home. You come here for entertainment, education. You come here for facts, and then you have a co-host that is the most uneducated person I've ever met in my life, and I wish you deserve better. You all deserve, listening at home, you deserve better than Skeeter. You know, and I wish there was a process that we could vote and get a better option in here. You know, because far too long you've just had an unintelligent person at the helm of this thing, you know, steering this ship into the goddamn gutter. And the way this is going, if I do this for another 4 fucking years, we're gonna fucking implode. We're not gonna make it. And you deserve better. And I just wish we could just pick somebody else than fucking Skeeter.
After WrestleMania, Lashley feuded with Mr. McMahon, and Mr. McMahon booked himself, his son Shane McMahon, and Umaga in a 3-on-1 handicap match against Lashley at Backlash for the ECW World Championship. And then Mr. McMahon in that match tagged himself in and won the ECW Championship from Bobby Lashley. And then later on, Bobby Lashley won it back with stuff and did all this stuff. But this was pretty great that Mr. Vince McMahon won the ECW Championship. Marky Xtreme, would you ever fight Vince McMahon? And if so, what kind of match would it be?
Is this separate from WWE ECW discussion, Skeeter? Is this just another side? Is this just its own question? Are we still talking about WWE ECW?
I mean, we always talk about ECW. I love
Is this
ECW.
Is this a side question? Does it have anything to do with WWE ECW, Skeeter?
I was just talking about if you fought Vince McMahon, and what kind of match would it be? I guess to the side of it, like a side plate.
Okay. Side question? Sure. I would actually I would be honored to, you know, fight Vince McMahon in a match. I think that's a match that people have always wanted to see. You know, you've had classics with Vince McMahon and Stone Cold, Vince McMahon and, you know, Hulk Hogan and, you know, Vince McMahon.
And Bobby Lashley for the ECW Championship.
Oh, fuck. Okay. You're making this really hard, Skeeter.
I'm just trying to help you stuttering.
You're making it really hard for me.
I like to make it hard for you. This is a podcast, and I think it's good that people get to hear when it's hard. That because they don't get to see when it's hard because it's an audio show. It's not a
I don't like when it's hard, Skeeter.
I love when it's hard.
I don't like when it's hard.
When we started this, I said, I'm going to make it hard. Can I make it hard for you? And you like, oh, don't do that. Be fair. Just be fair. It's like, no, it's got to be hard. Let's make it hard.
Can I just say something? It hurts when it gets too hard sometimes.
But I thought you was extreme, and I thought you'd like it extremely hard.
Yes, I would love to wrestle Vince McMahon in a match, whether it's, you know, company versus company, you know, if I beat you, I get to bang your hot ass daughter, or, you know, your hot ass wife. But whatever it may be, you know, there's a lot of stipulations that could be put on the table. And hold on, Skeeter. Hold on. Yeah, I farted.
Ew, what?
Yeah, you like that, you dumb bitch? Yeah, take it in. Suck it in. Yeah, suck it, Skeeter. Suck it down.
You did in the microphone. That's what you're talking into.
Yeah, that's what you get when you make me hard, or make it hard for me. No, but like I said, Skeeter, there is a lot of matches that I think Marky Xtreme versus Vince McMahon would be quite a draw.
Okay, Marky Xtreme, I apologize. I'm not going to make it hard. I'm going to make it fair. I'm going to make it soft right now.
Please.
The internet wrestling community for a time used to refer to Bobby Lashley as Black Lesnar. Marky Xtreme, what does that mean?
I don't think that it'd be smart for me to answer this question, so I'm going to bow this one out.
But I made it soft for you.
But no, you really didn't, Skeeter, because you actually made it even harder.
But this is what other people say. I didn't say it.
Yeah, but you can't put me. Look at my face. Look at my face.
I'm looking at your face.
Okay. You can't take a guy like me and I can't answer that question and not get in trouble. So therefore you made it harder on me.
I look at your face and I can't help but get hard, I guess, that when I see you and I'm inspired and I look at you and I get hard and I bring my hardness onto you. And I just want to know why the people call Bobby Lashley Black Lesnar. What does that mean?
It's racism, Skeeter.
This podcast?
No, stop. Can we stop the recording, please?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
Skeeter, people back then were being racist and they were calling him Black Lesnar because he's a black man and he resembles he's jacked as Brock Lesnar. So it's a very racism thing to say, to call him Black Lesnar. And I don't even want to say those words on our show because I feel like I'm in no place to talk about that. And also might put me in a hard position.
Is it racist if the internet wrestling community calls you Blackie Xtreme?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. What do you think?
Is the word black racist? Can I not use that word no more? What if I want to talk about Aleister Black?
No, you can. It's all depends on how and what you're using it. Like that's a derogatory term to call him Black Lesnar.
What if it was Aleister Black Brock Lesnar in a tag team match? Is that racist? I don't understand.
Okay, you're not gonna understand, so let's just start back up the recording and continue the show because I feel shit that's starting to jungle. And 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3. The internet wrestling community is apparently racist. Bobby Lashley helped Santino Marella in his first match when he was picked out of the crowd in Milano, Italy, to win the Intercontinental Championship from Umaga. Marky Xtreme, who would you help win their first championship, and what would that championship be?
Who would I help win their first championship? Nobody.
Nobody?
No, why would I do that? Why would I give somebody else opportunity when I know what the wrestling world needs is me? And it's similar to this, Skeeter. It's similar to when, Kevin Nash came into WCW. That company needed some edge. They knew going in there, they were giving that company what they needed. A little bit of realism of the NWO, like that's what WCW needed. And then it turned that whole company around. The wrestling world needs somebody like Marky Xtreme. So why would I give somebody and help somebody else? And, speaking of Kevin Nash, Skeeter, I think this is a great time to, talk about a little campaign that, you don't know about that I'm going to be starting, here through On Your Mark, and it's called Nash for Gold. And I recently stumbled across a 300 plus Kevin Nash action figures. I often am flipping storage room lockers, and it just so happened that there was this storage room locker full of Kevin Nash figures, and when you open in, you ever seen Horror Storage Wars? You open the storage room and you don't know what's in these boxes, and you just gotta buy it blindfolded. And so I bought a whole thing full of Kevin Nash figures, and so I'm really trying to get some. I'm trying to sell them, and I spent way too much money on them, so I'm trying to get some gold for them. And
aren't they yours?
Technically, yes, they're mine, Skeeter. But now I'm trying to get Nash for gold, and I'm trying to get some gold for my Kevin Nash figures.
But I thought you already owned a lot of Kevin Nash figures.
Okay, I accidentally bought 300 Kevin Nash figures off of eBay. Wow. Okay, it was a fucking accident. I didn't, I don't collect toys. On top of why would I buy 300 Kevin Nash figures? but let's just say I need some money real fast. So I'm trying to get Nash for gold. I'm trying to get rid of these. And, I'm in a financial distress right now. So because of this decision, and I need help. So if anybody wants these to give me some gold for it, that's Nash for gold. Yeah.
Well, hit up your Bing box, everybody, if you don't believe me about this one, folks. July 22nd, 2007. The unthinkable happened. The Great American Bash. Bobby Lashley, John Cena, the WWE Championship, and the super cool one that spins. And a dream match for the ages. Mark Xtreme, is this Bobby Lashley's best match or John Cena's best match?
Neither. And I'm pissed off that you would even ask me that question. And also I'm pissed off that you would say that the spinner belt was, what did you say exactly?
It was the super cool one because it spins.
No. Yeah. That's a disgrace. It was a disgrace to championships, to the WWE championship, to the lineage and the history of that title, fucking disgrace. And I feel bad for Bobby Lashley that he had to go out there, my boy, Bobby Bangarang, and all I could do when I heard about this match is because, knowing that we share so much in common, I imagine myself out there and, as much as I want to wrestle John Cena in a murder match, it would also be the most miserable professional experience that I could ever imagine. So anybody that has to spend, any amount of time in the squared circle with that fucking disgrace, then, I feel bad for them.
Yeah, I love this match. I thought it was real good.
You would. You fucking would. And that, I still just don't, still to this day, Skeeter, we've been discussing this for goddamn years. What is it about John Cena that you are so attracted to?
He hustles, he loyalties, and he always respects and never gives up. And he's part of the Dudley Boys because he holds up the fingers.
No, ma'am. Get down. He is not a part of the Dudley Boys.
That's what Bubba Ray and Devon do. They do the 3D thing, and then John Cena joined them. And then
he stole it. I bet he didn't even get permission. I bet the Dudley Boys, as a matter of fact, I should somehow get in touch with them and say, you should sue John Cena. Like I tried to suggest to Raven, when I interviewed Raven and I said, you should sue John Cena because of his jean shorts. He stole that from Raven. John Cena is a fraud. He steals everything.
He's a frog?
From a fraud.
Oh.
He steals everything everything he ever has, he's stolen it from some other motherfucker. And, it's a tragedy. And I think that's eventually it's going to catch up to him and somebody is going to throw a lawsuit at him so fucking hard that god dang Nikki Bella is going to feel it.
Great match. Lashley then made an appearance at Total Nonstop Action Wrestling's Lockdown pay-per-view on April 19th, 2009, and teased that he was going to be in the Main Event Mafia, but no, he did not join the Main Event Mafia and instead beat up Main Event Mafia. And in TNA, Lashley was King of the Mountain champion, TNA World Heavyweight champion 4 times, and even the X Division champion. That's not about limits, it's about how much you weigh.
I know what the fucking X Division is. I made it.
You made it?
Yeah. Anything with X on it, I had my hands in.
Wow. I got to update Wikipedia with that one. Didn't know that. That's pretty great. And also while in TNA, Bobby Lashley formed the faction, the Beatdown Clam. The members included MVP, Kenny King, Bobby Lashley, Samoa Joe, Low-Key, Eric Young, and other fishermen. Mark Xtreme, why do they hate clams so much?
Probably because they taste fucking horrible.
That makes sense. I guess that's why.
Why would if you had the options of eating goddamn clams and fucking macaroni or any of the fucking pizza or, tater tots, I mean, I could keep going on about the things that are way better than just shit like that. I don't understand it.
Is the macaroni cooked?
Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about?
No thanks then. I'll take a clam. It's time for Skeeter's Little Known Fact.
It's not a segment. Don't start. You're not going to ever get a bumper for this. Don't tweet me and say, oh, my favorite segment of On Your Mark is Skeeter's Unknown Fact, because that's a straight one-way ticket to Blocktown. Skeeter, by the way, I've been blocking motherfuckers on Twitter left and right, and they can still tweet me. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my Twitter. Probably has something to do with goddamn Jim Cornette. When he blocked me, it probably fucked up my blocking system, and I'm pissed off, but it's not a segment. But continue. I'll probably pretend with you.
Did you know that Bobby Lashley is an MMA fighter?
No, I did not know Bobby Lashley was an MMA fighter. I did know Bobby Lashley was a Bob. I didn't know Bobby Lashley. I did know Bobby Lash me. I did know Bob Rash. I did know Bobby Matt. I did know Bobby Bangarang was a fucking MMA fighter. God, you should use your words.
Oh. But did you know he's 15-2?
I did not know that.
That means wins and losses, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Bobby Lashley won an MMA match against a 15-year-old and lost an MMA match against a 2-year-old. That's crazy.
Wait,
on
what?
April 9th.
Whatever, continue.
On April 9th, 2018 episode of Raw, the night after WrestleMania 34, the almighty Lashley made his return to WWE, where he confronted and attacked Elias. And then, on January 14th, 2019, Lashley won the Intercontinental Championship for the first time in his career from Dean Ambrose in a triple threat match that also involved Seth Rollins, beginning his first title reign in WWE since June 2007. And Lashley at the time had his manager, Leo Rush, who helped him in gaining that championship. Mark Xtreme, what do you think Leo Rush could do for your career?
This is a serious question?
I think so.
Okay, you know what he could do for my career? He could carry my jock strap. He could carry my bags. He could go and get me lunch. He can, fucking any of the laundry list of things that you were already doing, Skeeter. Dude, I could have a second helping hand. That little bitch, Skeeter, I tell you what, fuck him. And, he thinks he can come into my business and fucking run his mouth and, act like a big shot. And, I would whoop his little ass.
So that would give me a break. That'd be nice.
Yeah, however you want to interpret it.
In what might be one of the greatest and most shocking moments in Monday Night Raw history, Lashley returned on the September 30th, 2019 episode of Monday Night Raw by interrupting Rusev and kissed Lana, who is Rusev's wife.
God dang, another reason Bobby Bangarang and I are practically, the same goddamn man. If I would have came in there on September 30th and, never forget, I would have, absolutely done nothing different. If I saw my sights, and I'd have flown right in there into that fucking building and made out with her in a heartbeat.
So from that point, Rusev and Lashley got in a feud where there's even a marriage ceremony, and then Lana leaves Rusev, and then Lana's then married to Bobby Lashley, and then Lashley loses some matches and then asks for a divorce, thus ending their marriage. Mark Xtreme, why can't Lana hold on to a man?
Because she's too goddamn hot, man. It's just too much to handle. I think it's really it's flipped. because I don't think a man can hold on to that. You know, and it's similar to me. It's like I go through so many in my Tammys. You know, I'm on my 4th or 5th Tammy from Applebee's. You know, it is weird at this point how many women are named Tammy that work at Applebee's. But regardless, you know, I'm a hot commodity, Skeeter, and you know it's a lot to handle for a woman, and you know at some point it's too much for a woman to handle, and I got to send her off to pasture. And you know, this similar situation, I think.
So you, Mark, Xtreme, and Lana are just too hot?
Too hot to trot. Too sexy to text me.
Why don't y'all just use pot holders?
What?
You know the oven gloves, the pot holders? Why don't you just use that if you're too hot?
Not literally hot, you dumbass. Physically, like
you had to touch you. You just, that's too hot.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not me. What I mean is like, you know, I don't know why I'm like, I was about to explain this to you, but what is the fucking purpose? Like, what is the purpose anymore of explaining anything to you? You never learn. You've like frozen in time. Your brain is frozen in time as a preschooler. And it's like, I need to just go back and just, the only thing that I can fucking should explain to you is colors and numbers and blocks and fucking roly-polies. And, this is a star or is this a circle? Those are the only things that I need to fucking worry about. From now on, I'm not going to exhaust myself. I'm learning a lot, you know, with this. But continue, Skeeter.
Toll ride.
Oh my God. Could this day get any worse? I can't fucking do this anymore. This is a living goddamn nightmare having to do these stupid shows with you. And I hope the people at home are entertained with my misery.
I love you. I thought you were in a good mood today.
I'm not.
Sure could fooled me. And then on June 22nd episode of Monday Night Raw, Lashley attacks Paul Cruz and then beats him up. And then MVP says, you should join my new stable. And then Shelton Benjamin joins and MVP's already in it. And then Bobby Lashley joins and then Cedric Alexander joins and they start the Hurt Business. Mark Xtreme, what's your thoughts on the Hurt Business?
Man, there you go, dang. Honestly, though, you know, I have multiple thoughts. You got a lot of jacked badasses out there, and it's one of my favorite things happening in WWE right now, to be quite honest. And, you know, I bet if I'd be in there, you know, in WWE, I'd get a goddamn instant invitation into the Hurt Business. I mean, you put me in that group, and you can't tell the difference, really. But we've also, you know, taken our we've made our version of the Hurt Business in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment with, you know, we have started to bring in and opened our mind to a Backyard Wrestling women's division, Divas women's division. And so we're considering, you know, my girlfriend Tammy says this is insensitive and of the worst idea that I've ever thought of, but we are considering starting the Squirt Business. And I think that it is one of the most creatively genius ideas I've ever come up with. But my girlfriend Tammy said, if you do that, I will leave you. So I can't do it yet, but I kind of wanted to put it out there on the podcast to see what people think.
I love this idea. The Squirt Business? It sounds great.
Right?
Yeah. So they're going to like have super soakers and soak everybody and make it all slippery when they try to wrestle and they fall down in the backyard?
My brain is going in a couple different ways because I'm like, should I educate this human being, Skeeter Skyflyer, and tell him what this really means? Or should I know that I'm talking to a fucking preschooler, and if I explain it to a preschooler, am I a good human being for doing that? So I'm gonna plead the 6 on this one, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
You gonna plead Sean Waltman?
Yep, I'm pleading 6 on this one, and we're gonna tell you to please move on, Skeeter.
I really wish I had some Smarties. Hell in a Cell recently saw Bobby Lashley defend his United States Championship against Slapjack and could be Match of the Year candidate. And who knows how long Bobby Lashley's going to have the champion, the United States Championship. But do you think Bobby Lashley's bound to have the WWE Championship, Marky Xtreme?
I mean, as a guy as jacked as he is and, carved from granite and just truly an out of this world specimen, it would not surprise me. And I think it's long overdue that my boy Bobby Bangarang gets a shot at the title. If Marky Xtreme isn't in the WWE, then, I don't think there's anybody better to strap that belt onto. And, so yeah, Skeeter, I think it's long overdue.
Oh, wow. That's exciting. I can't wait. And maybe someday you two are going to be in the ring together. And it's going to be her business, the Square business. There's so many possibilities of what we talked about today. It's just very exciting for what the future holds for Bobby Lashley. And Marky Xtreme, I got to thank you for talking about this today. It's been great and enlightening for our audience. I didn't understand most of it, but be sure to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/OYM show, where you can get these episodes early. You can get them 2 days early. You can get any of the videos that come out early from our YouTube page, youtube.com/OnYourMarkShow, where you can check out all the great videos. You can listen to this podcast on there as well. And on our Patreon, you can also get other stuff like the exclusive t-shirts, which, Marky Xtreme, where do I get one of them t-shirts at?
You can get Skeeter Skyflyer. You can get one of the exclusive On Your Mark Wrestling podcast shirts over at OnYourMarkShow.com.
And then Dragon Wagon Radio is a great thing that has podcasts on it, like this one. And they got that one about the Dungeons and Dragons, Dragon. Oh wait, what's it? It's Dungeons and Dragon Wagon.
Oh, nerd alarm.
Are we okay?
No, not us, them.
Are the nerds okay? Do we need to call?
No, the
someone?
the dragon hunters are the nerds.
Can I be friends with them?
Please.
Oh, so that's a great podcast too. Be sure to check that out. And we're going to be back next week with a whole new episode. And Marky Xtreme's going to be excited. Right, Marky Xtreme?
Yeah, that's to be decided.
Oh, just like our topic. So thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
Dragon Wagon.